Close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax. Let your mind clear and focus. You're leaving your cares behind you and drifting through space. Far outside the ever-expanding borders of our universe, beyond a wall of dark, rippling fog. The events of the previous day are fresh in your mind. You remember waking up to the broken sword. An elderly halfling named Jane greeting you with a warm meal and an even warmer smile. You remember hearing two dwarves arguing about which of the two races were created first. That led into hearing about several dwarves going missing from a mining city, but were fuzzy on the details. Then walked in a half-orc, having the look of a kindred that had seen something truly horrible. He interrupted the dwarven bickering with a story about goblins coming dangerously close to the city, and having volunteered to help him, met up with Silphalor, who had been told to find you. You remember walking several miles out and coming across a troop of goblins that looked as if they were trying to start some trouble. You feel the exhilaration of bringing arms against those tiny, ferocious creatures, and the tinge of fear as they scattered and swarmed the party. You recall the inexplainable joy that came from watching Minka use her ethereal tail to splat several goblins like overripe watermelons, and the expert shot from Butrin that mystified another one. You then return home, prepare yourselves for the more mundane work that takes place during the week, and excitedly look forward to your future adventures. So we start tonight in the Ugly Ogre Inn. That's what it's called. I forgot there for a second. And in the Ugly Ogre Inn, we come in, and Minka has been called off to do some more studies with her training, trying to hone her skills in being a barbarian, and it leaves us with Silphalor, Butrin, Bax, and Ardor, sitting at the Ugly Ogre Tavern, and that is where we start tonight. I'm gonna go. Wait, no, that's not what I want. What's the thing? Yeah, there we go. There's my good tavern music. So, while we're at the tavern, oh man, I forgot all of my characters' names. The dwarf standing behind. Wow, I can remember Curlis Rhodey. He's the half-orc that's hired you guys on their first deal. What is the name of the gosh dang dwarf that's standing behind the thing? Okay.
Well, that's okay because I don't remember either.
Right.
He's a feisty one.
He is. He's feisty. He stands about 5.5 feet tall, which is tall for a dwarf, but that's because he's standing on stilts in the back. Maybe taller than that, but that's okay. We're gonna go with that.
Granger Elf?
Yeah, there you go, Granger. I was like, I knew it started with a G.
Good job for notes, James.
Love it. I have so many
Inspiration!
screens open right now that I'm like, where is that thing? So Granger Ellison, he sees you guys come in. Welcome back to the Ugly Ogre Inn. I see you've put some miles behind you. It's pretty great. Appreciate you here. So what's the next steps? Like, we're gonna move towards the weekend again because, why not? Because previous to this, it was gonna be a whole thing about going through your week and making sure rolls and all kind of fun stuff, and we're not gonna do that. So, what's the plan? Are we gonna head up to? Are we gonna? I mean, yeah.
We've got Chase the Book or
Book.
Chase the Lost Dwarves, right? Those are kind of our threads right now.
Yep, we got a lost book and we got the dwarves.
And we took care of the goblins locally.
Yes, the goblins were taken care of. They were speedily handled. It was excellent. It was actually really fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna do a thing here real quick. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I mean, we can run up to. So that's kind of the main thread, I guess. Okay. So Granger Ellison's from behind the bar says, "I hear you going after the lost home of the dwarves. I'm excited for that one. I gotta find out who came first. Um, if you want to go for the lost home of the dwarves, it's going to be a far north trip. And if you make your way to the where's my map? Yeah, the Arctic zone. We do have. If you go to the let me find out where it goes, because I forgot where it goes. Zoom in, you map. If you go just south of us here, in the Rivers Fair ward, there is the Ring Village. It's called Ring because they have teleportation rings all over the place. And from there, you'll get fitted with your band of returnings, as well as any kind of provisions you're gonna need, like clothes or weapons or that kind of stuff. Anything you think you may need.
I always wanted to get a teleportation ring. Ring of
Yeah.
Returning. Ooh.
Yeah, they're pretty exciting. They are programmed for 24 hours, but you can talk to them if you want to go further away or whatever. But yeah, once you get to the teleportation rings, they should be able to send you very quickly to where you need to go. I believe, what was his name? Actually, I think Krillis, knows the mine that you're going to look for. So if you find Krillis, I'll send him a message and have him meet you down in the Ring Ward, or the Ring Village, and he'll get you all set up and tell them where you need to go and different things.
That's perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do what I can. You know, the nice thing about the bands of returning, if you need to return or anything else for any reason, there is a special button on them, or after the 24 hours, if it automatically returns. It can get kind of hairy. You pop right back in the inn. So, if you know, I have health potions on the background. So if I need to heal you when you come back, hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I do have them. And I've got food and drink. So you know, when you come back, it'll be great. I'll hear you thudding upstairs in your beds. Yeah, I'll. It's kind of a ring the bell system as you go through the door, you know, as the teleport is bling, and then I get it's a whole thing. It's insane.
This happens often here, does it?
All the time.
A bell
All the
goes
time.
off. Oh, I see.
Yep. You
That's
see,
what those are.
you see the big dog sitting by the fireplace. Drizzle kind of looks up, takes off running up the stairs. Yeah, so Drizzle, he's kind of he's not only the tavern mascot, the barrel that he keeps around, you know, is kind of Saint Bernardish. The little barrel, it's a health potion. And if he gets up there faster than I do, because I have to take off my stilt sometimes, you can crack the barrel, and yeah. So with as fast as he went, somebody came back really hurt. Anyway, that's I should not have said that. Yeah, so yeah, anything you want before you leave? Any food to drink, or I don't have a lot of provisions, but
it's interesting because the Book of the Dwarves, it sounds fascinating and very important to dwarven culture and heritage. And as a student and studying
yeah.
I feel drawn to it, but at the same time, there are actual dwarves living now that are missing. And I am a bit torn as to which to pursue, which is a little bit disappointing in myself, actually. I would think that actual living being more important than some tome. But
Yeah, it's true. No, I understand. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, it's probably better to start with the missing dwarfs. Um, Probably. I
Do you
mean,
think Butrin, Sulfalor? What do you think?
What was the? What's the information behind the disappearance of the dwarves?
right, the disappearance of the dwarfs. So apparently there's a mining colony up north. That some dwarfs have gone missing. You got some crazy dwarfs that are like, "Hey, I think it's totally a yeti." I mean, they're off their rockers if they think it's a yeti. I personally think it's a bunch of ghosts.
Because
But-
that makes so much more rational sense.
Much more. I see. You get it.
Scribble some notes in my notebook.
Yeah. Take those notes down. Where's my thing on it? Let's see. But yeah. Oh, that is not the one I wanted. There's the one I wanted. He pulls up this magical sheet of paper that he's reading off of. Everything weird in the area. Yeah. So I mean, that's kind of all the information we have. Is something up in the mountains is picking off dwarves. They've just gone missing, and every time they send somebody up to look for them, it's a thing. But yeah, a lot of people, like I said, myself included, I believe it's ghosts. Like, it's treacherous mountains up there. You never know what's going to happen. But some of the crazier ones believe it's yetis. So.
And at the mention of the far north, I just kind of like, I don't think that'd be too much a problem, and I blow into my hands, and they kind of glow, a fiery glow for a second.
Ooh, nice.
It'll be
Yeah,
okay.
you'll stay as ice and water. Myself, on the other hand, I am not too good for cold. I can be, because I think I have some weird potions in the back.
But you're more needed here.
Yeah.
We
This,
get roughed up. We need to have someone to return to.
in no way was that me volunteering to go. Thank you very much. I love my cozy bed much more than the frozen ground. Okay. Yeah. So,
Respectable.
you know. So he's gonna give you some like rations for the trip and just a couple of different things. Anything else you think of you needing? Not like I say, I'm an inn. I'm not like a magic shop. I can't give you a whole lot.
Do you have any healing potions on us? Check. 'Cause, I mean,
Good question.
if he has a few of those, but I mean, a couple might.
Yeah, a couple might be useful.
For ourselves,
I
for
really
any
don't have any.
roughed up dwarves who make them cry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what I got in the back here. That's not the one I wanted. Yeah. It looks like I've got 2 regular healing potions. That's 2d4 plus 2 per. I'm trying to think if I have anything else in here. My accent slips. Don't worry. I just it's okay. Oh, what is that? That is not what I wanted. Where's the one I
Pretty
wanted?
sure in the strange seas, it's gonna be like socially affronting for people to point out your accent, and if it changes or slips, it's like you just don't do that in the strange seas. Highly rude.
I love it.
That's how I'm gonna cover myself.
I like it. Is this the one I want?
yeah.
Yeah, this is the one I want. Okay, cool. So I had to pick up the thing. Right. Yeah, so he's got 2 potions, just baseline potions. It's 2d4 plus 2. Healing, whenever taken for yourself as a bonus action, given to somebody else as an action, if needed. He also is going to set up a round of shot glasses for everybody in the party, and so I need everybody to roll a d20.
So is Tamara with us, or are we going to meet her elsewhere?
We're gonna meet her elsewhere.
Okay.
I know.
I was like a little confused.
You're fine.
I was
We'll get to
like,
it.
have you guys been playing this before?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
it's on and off. It's like the weird
Okay.
in between sessions. These are the weekend warriors that have just been randomly generated. They've like some of them are librarians, some of them are like alchemists, and different different like. So Rustwood is basically a university city-state, and so the different areas have different different trainings and different areas of education and research and development, different things. And so these are just random people that are like, hey, adventuring doesn't sound too hard. Let's go do it. And that's how these guys got together. And so there's been a small thread that I've been like plucking along, just like
Weaving.
stretching it thinner and thinner and thinner.
Okay.
And so, yeah, previous to this,
But
it
the
was
Weekend Warriors totally works.
it's really
Yeah.
nice.
I might just observe tonight because, like the kids have been waking up a lot at night.
That's fine.
And so
Yeah.
I was hoping to get to bed at 10, but so I might just like
Sure, yeah, no,
watch
that's
you
cool.
guys.
Totally cool.
You can join in the story anyway.
It's
You
just
heard
really,
the legendary Tamara. She'll be in the dwarf book from one of the ancient cycles.
Yeah.
But I feel
absolutely.
like if you guys are playing this in between, I should probably create a separate character for like
Oh, either way.
for this.
Yeah.
I mean, you could play Tamara this time and then make a dedicated RGC another time. It could work.
Yeah, but
either
if
way.
I'm going to bed like really soon,
If
and
you're,
just-
yeah,
Sure. Yeah.
so I have
No,
then
no,
I have time to like make something
to
for
dedicate.
next time.
Yeah, sure.
Random characters are fun.
yeah. If you can and if
They're
you feel brave,
ridiculous.
totally do a random character or like do a random character
Did you
until
use-
it's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna want. I was asking like.
Oh, I did not
Yeah.
settle on the first one, but Ardor actually turned out pretty good, so
She did.
I'm not
Yeah.
complaining.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Jamin's turned out a little sketchy.
Yeah, he's a dragonborn like gunfighter with 0 constitution, and so dragonborns use constitution for their breath weapon. And
That's
anyway, it's just all over the place. It's my favorite character, honestly.
I feel like
I love
I
it.
wouldn't know enough of the little nuanced things like that to like know if it was good or bad.
That's
Unless
the
it
best
was,
part. Like, if you want just a random fun character that you don't care if it lives or dies, this is it. It's the best. You play, and if you
If you
like,
want to play reckless, this is the
Got
time.
it.
this is the time.
Got
Yeah.
it.
And it's the best because I have no I have bullet points of my adventures, and that's how I'm stringing this along.
Spaced out
Um,
bullet points.
Nice.
Full disclosure, up to this point, it's been 95% bull.
Yes.
So I'm getting better at not going. Sure,
Accept
why
it.
not? That's the way it is.
Like the two-headed vulture. That we
Yes,
fought
exactly.
first.
That was my favorite. Yeah, you come across some vultures that just like 2 heads pop up out of this carcass that they're eating, and she's like, "Is that a 2-headed vulture?" I'm like, "Yep." Yeah, it is now.
Yes, it is.
It was 2 large vultures
better.
before,
How
but
did
they've-
you know?
they merged somehow. It's
Of course.
magic. But yes, that's the way it works.
That's awesome.
Mostly, I've been watching Dimension 20, which is College Humor's live-action roleplay game, and they are ridiculously off the chain. And it's my favorite thing because Brennan Lee Mulligan, who's the DM, is just like, yeah, absolutely, let's go with that. And he had one session where it ended up being like they were going into the nuances of being lesbian and gay and different things, and that was the whole episode was just that. And we're like, this is not what I had planned, but I mean that's what we needed to talk about, so here we go. And he just the whole show is just incredible because of how random it is, and I love it. Anyway, and plus they're a bunch of like high school students, and so it makes it even worse. It's just glorious. It is so much fun. And anyway, but yeah, so yeah, so he sets up shots in front of everybody, and so if everybody rolls a d20, let me know what you get.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Got a 4? Nice, so did I.
I got a 5.
Nice. Let's see what Chris gets back here in a second. That one and that one. Go away, tab. Thank you. So last time we did this, we drew cards. So you roll a d4 to find your suit, and then you roll a d10 to find the number, and then you roll a d4, blah, blah. So I ended up rolling an ace of clubs. By accident.
What?
Pure accident, which was enjoyable. Chris, what'd you get on your d20?
Well,
12? Perfect. Okay. So, Granger sets up all of the shots on the desk and says, all right, each one of you take one, and y'all down it. And, you know, some of you are kind of hesitant because of, you know, and anyway, as you're drinking, as you take the shot, he goes, I forgot to tell you, this is the drink of inspiration, because I don't want to do cards tonight. So whoever had the highest number, which was Chris, you get a d6 inspiration dice for use tonight. So good. This is what I do. So after that, he's like, okay, so got 2 healing potions, got the inspiration. So you're gonna head down to the ring village. I want to say ring ward every now, so it may change to ring ward instead of ring village. Even though it says ring village on my map, I don't care. So to go down to the ring village, you're gonna meet up with Granger Ellison, who's kind of becoming your sponsor on these adventures.
Oh, Granger, he's such a good guy.
He's great. He's such a good guy. And he's such a snappy dresser too. Anyway, so meet up with him. He'll walk you through how the system works. He'll give you the band of returning and all the fun stuff. And I'll see you when you cut back. Whee! Okay, so everybody takes off. We head down toward the ring village. If you have anything you want to do on the way, there's not a whole lot there, but there could be. I mean, it's kind of a short distance between the two of them.
Just enjoying stretching and fresh outdoors out of the stuffy study.
Yeah.
Getting more and more like, study doesn't even compare to the real thing.
I know, right? It's just, get you a chance to stretch and fight stuff. Yeah.
Oh, is this is the night after or the week after?
So it's that's a good question. I said the night before, but it's kind of like I don't know.
3-day weekend.
We'll say it's 3 days. Yeah, it's a weekend. It'll be the week after.
Weekend.
So you guys have gone
Alright.
through and done like mundane tasks of like research and development, different things, and so it'll give you a chance to prep any spells or any attacks or weapons, any of that kind of stuff that you want.
I'm still trying to find my notes for Ardor. I can't find
I have no notes. I don't even know what his background is. Oh, he's a knight. That's
them.
Yeah,
There
you
you go.
for a paladin.
Yeah, it's actually really
There it is. Yay.
nice.
Found her.
Yeah, so Sylvain, part of your training here is you're training with the Rustwood Rangers, which is the Royal Guards. Or no, sorry, it's not the Rustwood Rangers. The Rustwood Rangers are the elite adventuring group in the area.
Nice.
The City Watch there is I don't remember what I called them. Anyway, not important. The I can't name it that because I can't say that. The Rustwood Watch. Yeah, okay. They're not gonna be called that. The Rusty Watch. We'll call them the Rusty Watch. That's a good one. I'm gonna make a note of that somewhere.
The Rusty one.
So we're calling it the Rusty Watch.
Everyone just calls them Rusties.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
There you go.
kind of like Mounties. Oh crap! Now I want to make a hermit paladin for Don Quixote.
Oh yes.
I mean, you can. Your backstory hasn't been written yet. So yeah, the Rusty Watch. They're walking around. You've been training with them a little bit. And then the Rushwood Rain. Oh, I think it's just Rushwood. It's hard for me to say. The Rushwood Rangers are the elite. Like I say, they're kind of like the mythic level, like the end all. Send them on the kill missions. Just wipe everything out. It's crazy. And you may run into them eventually. But yeah, so we're all making our way down to. Oh, did I name this place or not? No, of course not. So inside the Ring Village, there's this. Oh, I gotta change up my music. Which one did I choose for this one? I don't remember. We'll do Frostlands again. So as you walk into the Ring Village, it's basically an entire coliseum almost, made out of white marble, and just beautiful inlays and blue and gold trim all over the place. And as you walk in, actually, did I create a thing for this? I probably did, but I forgot what I did. Anyway, as you walk in, you see all the beautiful trim everywhere, and sorry, I gotta check and see if I.
And it's like
wrote down
village-sized coliseum, not like
It's
stadium-sized
massive.
coliseum.
Yeah.
Is it like in a ruined state, or is this like the pristine coliseum state?
pristine Coliseum?
In its glory.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I just called it the room. I don't know why I called it the room. So as you walk into this pristine Coliseum, it's all enclosed. Good night.
See you guys.
Thanks for hanging out. And yeah, so like I say, just polished marble everywhere, and trims of like gold and blue leaves, or not leaves, inlay work, just all over the place. And as you look around, each of the columns has a circle, teleportation circle at the base of it, and then each one of them has a plaque kind of describing where the Colosseum, or where the different places are teleporting to. And as you walk in,
I get excited looking at it because I've like wanted to come to Ring for the teleportation circle, and I like Max, look, I know it.
so exciting to see it. It's so white. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And so you walk in, and Krillus is standing there, and he's wearing a nice deep blue pinstripe suit with purple undervest, and it really sets off his green skin. And he just welcome everybody. I'm so excited. I'm glad you're here. So this is the room, and inside this room, as you can see, there's teleportation circles all over the place. So we can send you anywhere in this world within these walls. Because of the way it's set up, you can't really map the teleportation circles unless you get full permission, because each of them is missing a small piece to it, which the portion that's laying there is set, and then whenever they get ready to teleport you, they put in that last glyph, and then it sends you off. The only reason we do this is because we're trying to cut down on wizards and different things just magically teleporting around the world and getting themselves skills. Because it's happened in the past, and that's why taking precautions. Yeah, we've had to send lots of rescue missions, and they don't end pretty.
Here.
Yes.
That's what we're going to do.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so what Granger was saying is that you guys are headed up north to the mining camp to search for the dwarves, right?
Yes, we
Perfect.
decided to look into that first. Like, living things would be more pressing and appropriate.
The book can take another week being lost, I'm sure.
It's been
More than
lost
likely.
for how many years? Millennia,
a long
man,
time.
myself.
A long time. Yeah, I've
No,
heard stories about it,
it'll-
and it'll be fine. Plus, you never know. I mean, some wizards probably got it in his tower under some magical. Who knows? Perfect. Okay, so remembering how this all works. Do you need any warmer clothes or anything? I think you're going to be setting up north, so it's going to be pretty cold.
I could use some warmer clothes.
Perfect. Okay, we can get you some warmer clothes. I think Granger said you got a couple of healing potions, so that should probably be okay. We also do have, so they're gonna walk over, and there's this high elf standing behind a table, and next to him is a what is it, a goblin? A goblin tinkerer. I mean, he's just got like bits of metal like attached to him, like a like pseudo suit of armor, but it's almost like steampunky, and he's got his big old goggles, and he's just wide-eyed like, hey, what's happening? You guys want some potions? And the high elf is like, calm down. He's like, oh, sorry, okay, I'm so excited. And so basically, what it is this table, and in future encounters, different things, on nights that I don't have anything prepared, we'll have the option of rolling for a room. So there are going to be 12 room options. I have little blurbs set out for each of them. And at the start of each room, this high elf, which I gave him a name, but I don't want to look for it. This high elf is going to give you, he's going to select the room. He's going to give you a little bit of details about the room and what you're going into. And then you go into the room, you basically research the room and what the encounter is, and then you come back and you tell him how everything went, and kind of get research of like, oh, okay, that's how that went. Okay, so next time we do something like that, okay, we'll just change this, whatever. And in the process of that, this little goblin has brought in several different potions, and each potion has a random effect, and nobody knows what they are, not even the goblin that created them. That's why he's giving them to you, that hopefully you'll use it and report back of what it was. And so, could be good effects, could be bad effects, we'll find out. I'm excited for it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. You have the option of not taking a potion if you want to, but it's so much more fun with a potion.
Oh, I will take it. I'm out here in the real world. I have to experience it while I'm here.
I'm so excited you're part of my experiments. I mean, testing.
I heard that, but I
No,
accepted
you didn't.
anyway.
You didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Anyway, so, yeah. So let's go ahead and. Oh, cool. I've overdone myself again on this one. So go ahead and everybody roll a d20. We start out small.
8.
5 again.
5, 8.
1.
Ah,
A natural 1. I love it. Okay. Right. And I'm not going to tell you what they do until it actually happens, because that's way more fun. I'll give you some of it. What'd you say yours was, Chris, again?
8.
8. Okay. So I have 5, 8, and 1. Wow, really? Oh, I didn't roll. That's fine. Like, why am I missing one? Oh, perfect.
miss.
I'm missing one. This is gonna be fantastic. I'm so glad I decided to do this. Oh man. Okay. So, I need to like. This is gonna be a little bit harder. Sorry, I'm trying to type. The thing I'm using to figure it out doesn't have a text, like a keyboard option. So I'm trying to type names with a touchpad.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's not great. Okay. Let's go on here. Sure, that'll work. Okay, so Ardor, your potion is a thin and watery liquid that is aquamarine in color, and it's in a small metal flask.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep these up so that way I can refer back to them later. So Phalor, Chris, yours is an airy, bubbly liquid that is somewhat wheat in color, so kind of a yellowish, brownish color.
Okay.
It's in a sealed glove, so that way 5 people can drink from it at one time. So you can like pop off a cork on each of the type of thing.
Nice.
How funny. So mine was in a thin metal flask?
Yeah, a little metal flask.
Okay. How can I tell that it's thin, watery, and aquamarine?
It's got a little window on the side of it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what it says.
or the goblin described
Or
it
you
to
can,
me.
you can open it up and look at it and go, yeah.
Okay. It should look like this. If it doesn't, maybe try it again. Or maybe you let me know if it doesn't. It might mean something different.
Alright, it's we'll find out. I mean, like I said, it's an experiment. We're gonna find out what it does. I'm excited for this. This is going to be great. And then Jamin, for yours, you have an orange bubbly liquid that is an orange color. It's so fitting that you got this one on your natural one. The potion container is a swollen, translucent abdomen of a living wasp-like insect. Can be stored with other potions of its kind and specialized wasp nest. Yeah.
Okay.
So, just have this little glowing bug that's kind of orangey, bubbly. It's pretty gross. I'm really excited for it.
Oh, I'm glad I got mine. You
And
have
if-
good luck with that
right.
one.
Yeah, Craig freaked me out for a second. And then for myself, I have a fizzing liquid that is brown in color, and it's in a large bottle. It can be swigged several times. Cool. So these will be fun to come back to. So yeah, each of us grab these potions. We're looking at them like, I don't know if I want to drink that.
Bax is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm just like, I guess it's okay, but brown and bubbly. Okay. So yeah. That's the room. So you grabbed your different potions, and the high elf says, he kind of whispers to Krillis, and then Krillis says, okay, perfect. So Krillis says, okay, so the mine that we're going to, it's up north. So follow me over to this teleportation circle, and as we get ready. I created Krillis. I don't remember what I made him into. 1 second.
Ardor is just like a little bit excited and antsy, like, and she's looking like in anticipation for when she gets the ring of returning. That's something that she's most excited about.
Yeah. Okay, so Krillis, you walk over, you're standing next to the teleportation circle, and Krillis opens up his coat and he pulls out 4 of these bands, and they're kind of like slap bracelets. So you slap them on your wrist, and then they become magically attuned to you. They don't take up an attunement slot. And basically, I sent a picture a while back, but basically what it is just kind of a brown, kind of a tin metal-looking band, and it has this little like dotted path that kind of swirls around it and kind of goes from one side to the other. On the bottom of it has on one side it's like an X marks the spot, and on the other side is the cutout of the city and an RW etched into it. And so he says, these are the bands returning. Basically, what it can do is, at any time, if you're in trouble or you need to get out of somewhere quick, press the RW on the band, and it'll teleport you in an action back to. I think these ones are set up for Granger's tavern, the Ugly Ogre Inn. So as soon as those buttons get touched, and you know it's kind of a concentration thing, so like you can't just accidentally touch it, because that
That's good. I wondered about that. That's
Not
such
a great
good
idea. But yeah, so basically, you press it, you say the magic word of basically like return, and then it'll boot you right back to Granger's to inn. They are currently set for a 24 or for a 48-hour period, so if you're out longer than 48 hours, it'll automatically bounce you back. But it automatically brings the band back. So if you're not wearing it, the band will disappear and you're stuck where you are and we have to come find you. Or if you happen to pull it off your wrist and put it on somebody else's wrist, then they get pulled back. There's lots of things that can be useful and cannot be useful, so just keep that in mind.
So, as a technical question,
Mhm.
can you take someone with you if you're holding onto them? If you have physical contact when you teleport back, can you bring someone?
It's a great question. Natural 20. Yeah. It'll take both those players' actions to do it, so they have to agree to go with you. You can't just like, I got you now, sucker.
A willing creature.
Yes, a willing creature, if you will. They have, like I say, they have to.
A willing, concentrating creature.
Yeah, they're using their act or their turn, whatever. Yeah, they have to concentrate on it with you in order to both be teleported out.
So
no more than one person at a time.
Here's another question.
Okay.
Sorry, this is the student in me.
No, you're great.
Um,
That's why we're here.
Can, if someone is rendered unconscious, can you activate it for them and send them back, or do they have to be conscious?
In the case that they're unconscious, I don't remember if we've built this into them yet or not. Generally speaking, if they go unconscious, this one, I don't remember.
Like if the 24 hours gone up
Yeah.
and they had been passed out somewhere, would they still be brought back?
Yeah, so if it's on the wrist, it'll automatically pull them if the time limit's up. So yeah, whether they're concentrating or not, it's going to pull whatever it's attached to.
Okay.
So that one's fine. If they go unconscious while wearing it, like if they're in the heat of a battle or whatever, it does alert, if I remember correctly, alerts the room, and whoever's over that teleportation circle, and they have the option of bringing him back. They kind of have a little scry so they can see if they're in dire need, they need to pull them back right now, or if it's like, okay, they're in the event and it's part of whatever is going on, and they can just leave them there. So,
All right.
yeah.
Let's see.
Can I take someone else who's unconscious with me? She
Who's
says,
unconscious?
I say excitedly. If my friend is passed out and they can't think about it, can I take them with me?
Yes, yeah, that's doable.
Okay.
You can activate both the wrist buttons at the same time, and yeah, that's fine. If it's we already kind of went over if there was another person that didn't have the returning band, you can take up to one person with you. Yeah, I think that's how it works.
I'm so glad I get to try these. I've been looking forward to it so much.
And if it doesn't work, then we can always take it back to R&D and we'll tweak it a little bit and we'll make it work better. It's kind of the joy of this,
isn't it though?
Setup. Yeah, it's pretty great. So, but yeah, if you're all ready, we all have the bands returning. You have your clothes. You have your potions. I think we're ready to go.
I think I would get some warm clothes because even though
Perfect.
I am a fire elemental, I've never really been in the deep cold, so I don't exactly know how I'll react.
Perfect. I love it. Yeah, and yeah, so we get you everybody nice warm clothes. Yeah, I was thinking about backs. I'm like, I'm a tiefling, which means I have fire resistance, but I don't have cold resistance.
Right.
So yeah. Kind of makes it hard. But yeah, so yeah, I was gonna wait for Chris to come back. But we might just. Steelfaler runs off to talk to the Rusty Watch about something. We may just wait for him for a minute. That way he doesn't miss a whole lot.
In about 10-15 minutes.
Perfect. That'll work. So. Which music is going to go to next?
So in this Coliseum,
Hmm?
is it? So is this the room, and this is just all one vast room, or is it like
Yeah.
village buildings are built into the sides in like the audience, where the audience would have been in the Coliseum? Like where did people live in?
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they would probably live in like kind of built into the wall caves, different things. That's kind of where the caretakers live, and they yeah. So yeah, there's different rooms that people can go into. They have different tunnels that connect to different places in the city, especially with the very unstable potions that they're bringing in. Like here, this one. They have an underground tunnel, so that way if anything goes wrong, it just in the tunnel, not in the middle of the street where everybody's walking. Different things like that.
Nice.
So yeah. All right. He says if everybody's ready, you got your warm clothes, you got some healing potions, you got some random potions. I think we're ready to go. So, and he starts making some motions and completes the teleportation circle, lights up, and everybody runs through. I gotta remember which music I chose for this one because I don't remember. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. I don't remember which one it was. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Sure, why not? That'll work. So y'all teleport through, and you come out.
As I'm getting ready to go through, I'm like, oh, one more nerdy question. What happens if I misty step through the teleportation circle? And then I imagine someone like grabs my arm, like, come on.
Chris is like, I don't know. Push. Welcome to try it. Next time. Nobody knows. That might get real hairy.
I know.
See some wild magic crap on that.
Yeah.
That'd be super fun.
That was sweet.
Yeah, so you walk through the circle, you're all magically teleported, and as you're going through like this almost like a worm tunnel or a wormhole, the temperature goes from like a nice like 70, 75, where it's kind of a nice warm, super controlled temperature, to this bitter cold frost, and like I kind of half imagine like Ardor like just like spitzicles starting to form, kind of a thing going on. And this is so fun. Awesome. Bax is just like, I hate this already. This is bundling up warmer, you know. And so you are then dropped out on top of this mountaintop, and yeah, here we go. So you know, as soon as you pop out, it is bitter cold. The wind is blowing pretty heavy. This is not the right music for this. I don't remember which music I wanted for it. That's not the one I wanted. Anyway, maybe it's this one. Nope. Yeah, it's not exactly it, but it's fine. I was going through music before this, and I was really excited for some of the ones I had. But that's fine. Okay, so you're magically teleported to like the far north on top of this massive mountain, and it is just bitter cold, and wind is blowing, and the snow is pretty much up to your knees. And so everybody go ahead and make a perception check real quick. Oh, man, I am rolling so low with this dice. You're gonna sit there for a minute. I go build out my dice scale.
Perception.
Ah, dang.
Yeah, it's real rough.
7 total. Perception.
I got a 6 total. Man, I'm very perceptive right now.
Right. The spitzicles are a little distracting.
17.
Wasn't that so cool, guys?
Yeah, it's cold is what it's like freezing.
I'm gonna do a little produce flame. Here you go.
Oh, it's
Or
much
a little
better.
bit.
Much better. Ooh, I have burning hands too. That's burning hands. That's not.
That's a different thing.
Here you go.
Yeah, you go. Oh, sorry. I study these things. I don't do them. I totally forgot that I even had it.
6 on my perception.
Wow,
Nice.
we're
It's the whole lot of
teleportation
rolls.
circle was just a trip.
So we're all just sitting there shivering and freezing in
Just
this
around
cold.
this produce flame.
And Vutrin, you're a dragonborn with cold breath. You're like, this is fine. What are you talking about? This is... And you look over and you see an entrance to a tavern, or it's more like a guild hall kind of a thing. And you're like, all right, this way. And so everybody's gonna start trudging their way into this tavern, or this guild hall, I should say. Keep calling it tavern. It's not a tavern. Anyway, so everybody makes their way into the guild hall, and you open up the door expecting to see a whole bunch of people in there, staying warm and being rowdy. And as soon as you open the door, it's totally empty. Like there's still lights on, and it's still inviting at least. But there's nobody there.
Are there fires? Like fireplaces and lamps and stuff?
Yeah, so it's still maintained, it looks like. But from first glance, nobody's there. So you got a nice big fire in the back that you can go get warmed up next to. While you're while you're all warming up, this squat dwarven woman comes out carrying just like a massive black pot. Comes out, can't even see her head over the pot. She's carrying it in. Oh, you're here! Oh, great, you're here! Oh, I'm so excited! Set the pot down. The pot's about as tall as she is to begin with. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I believe it was Krillis. Yeah, Krillis said that you were coming. So I've made you some stew. I don't remember how far away the teleportation circle drops you.
Oh, we were just outside.
Oh, good. So you weren't out in the cold for too long. Excellent. Yes. I don't know if you're hungry. If you guys probably eaten already. Yeah. Sorry, there's nobody here to meet you. It's kind of with everything going on. The rest of the dwarves that are still here, we all kind of have to pick up extra shifts in order to make sure we still cover the mining and the quotas and all that stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, sit down. I guess you're not here to help mine, right? You're
Correct.
okay. Okay, that makes more sense. The message is kind of garbled in the rain, in the snowstorm. Even though it's not how messages work, it is right now.
It's like, interesting.
It's a little fuzzy. As I've been out
Taking
here
notes
for a
in my
long
journal.
time.
This is snow?
What's this? No. Yes, that's right. You're you're not relatively young adventurers. That's I remember now. Just a minute.
Thank you for your diplomacy.
It's all good. Right. So, yeah, you're all the young adventurers. Not very. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Sorry, lost in thought. Yeah, sit down. Is there anything you want? Anything you need? Anything you need help with?
What can you tell us about the dwarves that have gone missing? That's why we've come. Is to see how we can help
yes.
with that.
Yes, the dwarves that have gone missing. So, it's a whole thing. Like, nobody knows exactly what happens to the missing dwarves. Basically,
Some say Yetis, some say ghosts. I don't know
exactly.
what they say up here.
I don't know who says it the most. Everybody, in my opinion, Yetis are crazy. I mean, they're just, I don't even know if they exist. It's fine though. Basically what happens is, from here in the lodge, you got to go further north in order to get to the mine. And it's further up the mountains, and it's colder, and it's the whole altitude thing, and it looks like you all dressed warm. That's great, because it's going to get very cold. Yeah, so you go further north to the mine. Basically what happens, from my understanding, and I haven't been out to the mine because that's kind of what I do, is I just, I realized I'm doing a female dwarf, but he's actually a male dwarf. Forgive me. I'm realizing this now because I'm like, I don't want to be stereotypical. Anyway, yeah, so they go down the mine. You go further north to the mine. Once you're in the mine, basically they hear some strange noises up there. That's why I think Yeti is a crazy answer. It's definitely ghosts. Because they're hearing weird noises, they go out, they start looking for noises, or they get drunk in the mines and they stumble out and they go looking for the noises. I don't know why they're going looking for noise. I hear a noise, I go the other direction. Thank you very much.
Depends on the noise.
No. Especially up here, no. Yeah, so they wander. It's even further north where the noises are drawing to. From what I hear, it's a whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, they run further north, and that's kind of the last anybody sees them. And
so further north than the mine.
Yeah, this has got further north of the mine, and then further north from the mine, because it's, I don't know what, it's like the
Follow
old
the
sirens
noise
from the
north.
yeah, disappear. And so, like, I don't know if they're falling off the edges of cliffs, or if the Yetis get them, or if ghosts. My guess, ghosts. Guess ghosts. Not goats, ghosts. T, the S, it's a whole thing. Yeah. I hope it's not goats.
Goats
Maybe
could
big
be
goats.
feisty. Maybe it could be goats.
It could be goats. Maybe I'm hearing things wrong. Instead of voices, they're bleats. Interesting.
Screaming into the void.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
That's for you to find out. Like I say,
No.
I hear noises, I go the other direction. Yeah. So, and this is where I was going to introduce Cassie's character. Just have her be in there as well.
She said she's got a lot to do tomorrow.
Okay.
Ah, shucks. Okay. That's
All
okay.
right. Well, it's on the radar. Maybe we'll catch you one of these things.
Oh no. So now we're right back to where I originally had planned for, and I messed it up. So
No.
this is a really deadly encounter for six characters.
Eh.
Hey, let me do some editing here.
As a Yeti has a heart attack.
Edit. Luckily, this is a touchscreen.
Sorry if I'm a little out of it right now, guys.
You're totally
I'm
fine.
hoping we can do an in-person game when we come up in May, and I'm making dungeon tiles.
Nice. Okay.
And 6 intellective hours.
How does it? Oh, yeah, go here.
Where's
Thanks
those-
for ruining the secret.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll be there.
They're a bit bigger.
It depends if we also do it. If we do a game next week or not. Yeah. So
Oh, sure, that's true.
everything depends.
Yeah,
But gotta be ready.
always ready. Okay.
How
Yeah,
fast I can cut.
that's back to the thing.
Depending how fast I can cut and glue.
Right? Your hands.
Always a challenge. Perfect. So, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you want to stop by the mine first, see if anybody else has any details up there. I mean, like I say, it's kind of, that's the information I've got from anybody from the mine. It's just kind of, it goes further north and they hear noises and it's spooky.
Do you think we'll need any additional gear to face the further altitude cold? We'll be okay.
I think you'll be all right. Those clothes look pretty warm. Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll be all right. It should be fine. Yeah, you should be fine. I don't see anything wrong.
I think the
course I
initial
do.
shock of coming out of the teleportation was a bit much, but I think we'll be okay.
It takes some getting used to. Once you've been out here for a while, you'll see some dwarfs in shorts and their t-shirts. They're all crazy. It's just like
That's
Rexburg.
why they got lost.
Yeah, I think so. It's either that or that's why they never came back. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah. Anything you guys want to do before you start heading north? And what's your plan? What's your direction?
I say we head out.
I think it's a pretty good direction. North to the mine. Make sure we reach the mine so we're not completely lost. And then,
That's a good point.
I mean, if we run into anyone there, we can ask them. We can listen for strange, otherworldly noises as we go.
Perfect. I like it. Okay. All right. So you open the door. The wind comes blowing back in. It's just cold again, and start walking toward the north. As you start walking out, the door does remember. I got something. And he runs back and grabs a bunch of snowshoes for everybody. So
Oh,
that way you're not walking through knee-deep snow. Should help you walk a little bit easier. They're a little difficult to get used to at first, but I mean it's not terrible. I mean it's just like wide feet. You walk like a duck for a little while and then
how
you.
well we.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, so everybody roll a dexterity check because it's gonna be hilarious. It's not hard.
Zero dexterity. Is it a check? Is it a check or a saving throw? Or...
Just a check.
Okay.
I would do saving throw, but it's not like life-threatening.
Right.
So
Oh, 17.
nice.
Good stuff.
Oh wow, I've got +4 dex. Heck yeah. So I got 15 total. Pretty much if you go over 10, you're fine. It's not that difficult to learn how to walk in snowshoes. Wow. You did.
Got 8.
Yeah. So you're finding it a little hard to walk in these snowshoes. It's kind of one of those where the snowshoes are wider than normal shoes, and so you kind of have to walk like a duck, and just throws Vitrin off balance, and so he kind of tumbles in the snow a little bit. So it's going to take you a little bit more time to get up and move around things, but
I'm like trying to explain it, but it's not really articulating. Like, you just kind of gotta feel it that way and just kind of lean a little bit and it just squidges and... No, not like that! Oh, sorry.
Like, oh man, not today. I'm already sore from Minka's training yesterday, and I got to deal with this.
right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it takes a little while to get to the mine. It takes about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to get up to the mine. Do you want to go into the mine and talk to people, or do you want to continue north?
I think it would be useful. I think they might be a little bit closer to the people, like the recent events. I mean, I don't think we would be, but
Yeah.
First or so across.
Okay, yeah. Let's get you out of the cold for a little while. Okay,
Right,
so
little bit.
everybody runs in from the mine, and it's kind of, the mine is it's got these big old doors on the front of it, so you kind of open it up, run inside, close the doors, so that way the wind doesn't get in too much. There's kind of a dwarven foreman just kind of standing there. Hi, who are you?
Oh, hi. We've come to see if we can help with the dwarves that have gone
Help with
missing.
the mining? Oh, excellent. I'll put you down.
Missing. No. Sorry. We are here to help find dwarves that have gone.
Find the minerals. Perfect. Okay, we'll put you down in Tunnel C.
No.
What? You're here for mining, right?
Dwarves. No, the
No.
dwarves.
Oh, dwarves!
And-
Yeah, we got dwarves down in Tunnel A.
The Yetis or the ghosts? Do you
Oh
think it's the
no,
ghosts or
no,
the
we
Yetis?
don't hire yetis. We don't hire ghosts.
Has anyone been skipping work lately that was already signed up?
Everybody's skipping work. That's why I'm so excited to have reinforcements to mine. But you say you're not mining.
No.
Do you know why they're skipping work?
Oh, all I know is they're fired if I ever see them. Skipping work. It makes I gotta work. I'm the foreman. I don't work. So you're Tunnel C, right?
rubbing his temples.
I'm kind of. Well, I guess we'll just be on our way then. I'm just like kind of backing, so like.
All
nope,
right,
this is-
skipping out of work just like everybody else. Yeah. another dwarf comes running up. It's like, don't mind him. He's grumpy because he has to work finally. Right. He wanders off. So I understand you're not here to mine. At least that's what I got from that conversation. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. How can I
it's a
help you?
stressful situation. It's okay, but
it really
we're
is.
not here to
It's-
mine. We're really just to help find the dwarves that have gone missing.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Okay. Honestly, there's not a whole lot we can give you because as soon as they walk out the doors, they usually don't come back. So
But you leave and come back, right? But you just go right back down to.
yeah.
Do you know what area they went to?
Most of the tracks that we've seen have headed almost directly north. Like it's kind of unsettling how directly north they go. Most of the time, like you hear things on the wind a lot of times. I mean, that's just kind of it's the nature of the wind. I don't understand it, but anyway, most dwarves they don't care about wind. They just care about food. They care about mining, and that's about it. You know, there's just they do their work. They go home. It's a thing. But every once in a while, you get the dwarves that just kind of they listen, you know, and yeah, like I say, from what we can tell, they've probably just started following the noises. We did capture one of the dwarves before he, not capture. We tackled one of the dwarves before he left. He said he was hearing some strange noises, and he was going to go find him and help. I don't know what he's talking about. But that's what he said. And it took us almost a full day in the bottom of the mine to get him to stop wanting to walk out the door. So, I mean, there's something going on. That's why most of us say ghosts, because it seems kind of... I mean... I wouldn't think it'd be a Yeti calling him out, but that's just me. I mean, I what do I know?
Are there any in the mining camp area that are sensitive to magic?
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
Like,
We don't-
did anyone know if he might have been enchanted in some way?
Oh, possible. I don't know. It seems to.
He been okay since then?
Yeah, mostly. He's still. sure I can be more helpful to you. Like you say, once they leave, they don't come back very often. So, at all.
I hope we might be able to shed some light on what's happening.
That would be great because there's a lot of work down there. I may be selfish, but I'm doing like 12 shifts in a row. Okay, not really.
At some point, the overtime becomes not worth it.
It's true. Yep. It doesn't really balance, but you know, it's what we do. Yeah. Anything else? Let me look at my notes.
When was the last? Was this one that you caught? Was he the last that this was going to disappear?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah. Last I remember, he's the last one to start wandering off.
Is
So-
he still around, so we could talk to him, or?
Yeah, he's further down in the mines. We can call him up if you want. We've got a communication system that runs through the mines.
That'd be great. That would be great if we could.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good. So he walks over to this little panel on the wall, and basically picks up a handset. All right, okay. All right, he'll be back up in just a minute. I'd say make yourself comfortable, but it's a mine. I mean, it's nothing really comfortable.
Pull up a
around it.
boulder.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Couple minutes go by, this little mine cart comes up with this dwarf in it, and running out of dwarf voices. And he comes, hey, my name's Gus. What can I do for you?
Hey, Gus. We are here because we're trying to help find the dwarves who have gone missing, and we hear that you almost went missing yourself. We're wondering if you could kind of tell us about how that was for you.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me. I came out of the mine and I heard these noises, and it almost sounded like cries for help, screams. So many things all at once. I don't know what it was. But I had to go find out. I had to go see what it was. And as soon as I heard the screams, I kind of blacked out. The next thing I remember, I was face down in the snow, and 5 dwarves were on top of me. Or was it 6? It was 2!
Couldn't have been less than 7.
I
of
don't
course.
remember, to be honest. Thank you. Yeah, and next thing I know, I was being picked up, and all I can remember is just trying to go north. As near as I could tell, it was north. Everybody tells me it was north. I guess it's north. I was just trying to go toward the sound as fast as I could, because clearly it was in trouble, or it needed to help, or something. I needed help, something. I don't know. And they kind of put me in chains at the bottommost tunnel and left me there for a day until I couldn't hear the noises anymore.
So where were you being drawn to?
As soon as I left, it was just that direction. He just points to the north. I kind of blacked out. I don't know exactly what. I don't think it was an object or anything. It's just more noises, and they were kind of leading me along, I guess. Not entirely sure. Yeah, it's all kind of blurry, kind of hazy.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Gus.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
very helpful.
You guys hear the mine? No.
No.
You can see he's just glancing at the door every like few seconds, just nervously like, get the door shut. I'm not going anywhere, kind of a thing. Um,
Yeah, we'll wave over. We'll just kind of motion to the first dwarf and say, "Thanks, that was really helpful."
You bet. If you ever want to come back in mine, just let me know. I'll get you in Tunnel C. It's been undermined for the last couple. Well, it's been undermined for a long time. I don't know.
Well,
That's your mine!
Hopefully we'll have some more hands to help you, but they'll hopefully be dwarven hands.
Oh, that'd be great. Dwarves were built for this kind of work, and strapping, strong. Love the cold. You don't love the cold.
Still,
Anyway.
Phalo will just whisper, I think I'd rather freeze to death than have another person on screen of mine. Let's just go north.
Right. Yep. I'll look for those anytime you want to come back. Up. Tunnel C. Spot waiting for you. I got the pickaxe. It's very nice. Okay. Anyway, so everybody leaves, and he's like, "All right, I'll go back." He starts walking back down to Tunnel C.
I'm wondering if they have any, like, or if I have. I don't think that I would have, like, a candle to soften some wax and maybe put it in my ears. I'm wondering about, like, I mean, scientifically, it could be that there's some sort of siren song that is being called out to people. It could be mental.
Right? Yeah.
I suspect some sort of compelling shenanigans, one way or another.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've probably got candles in there. Yeah. They'd give you any candles that you want. That kind of stuff.
I'm going to try wax in my ears.
Okay.
Make
And-
some earplugs.
Yep, make some plugs for my ears. And I can cast resistance, but it only lasts for a minute. And I can also cast hold person, but both of them are only a minute. And so, I mean, if someone starts going ahead of us or seems to be losing control, we can try some things and try to avoid it. But is there anything else that anyone can do that might help us avoid being, taken control over, or how to help each other keep our presence of mind?
Did the dwarves say if it was more of an audible sound or kind of a...
He said sound, like it sounded like screaming, but that can be manifested mentally as well, without actual sound.
Yeah, and I don't really want to go in there and clarify that. So.
Like misses.
We'll probably get harnessed with some pickaxes and not see the light of day for 3 months.
Only if you want to. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've got thaumaturgy as far as a spell. I don't have a whole lot.
That could be useful. Maybe make a counter larger noise if it
voice.
is sound. Hmm.
I can deflect misses.
It never comes up.
Never does. I'm even thinking about my plan here. Although we could.
So, Phalor, do you have anything that might help with that?
What we're trying to do again? I don't have much.
That's fine. Just something like if someone seems to be losing control, just planning some contingencies with our different skills and abilities.
Not much.
You can tackle them.
I have a lot of smites and
Want to be smoten? Smoten?
And we have rope. Everyone has rope, right?
yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I've got rope and beacons.
I have command, but that only lasts for like 1 round. So
Well, I mean, it could
It's-
make a difference.
if I prepare it, I haven't prepared my spells yet. So.
So
Yeah,
last
I mean,
resort, whoever's still conscious and present of mind, start hog tying people.
I like it.
Or just follow them.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
And even maybe we should have a rope and just have it strung between us so that we don't get separated. If there
Good
is
idea.
some sort of... So let's actually like tie it onto each other's wrists.
Oh.
So we're in a line and we can't be separated even if we're resisting. Like if we're just trying to go north, we'll be together even if we're not, you know, conscious of it.
Yeah. Like it.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so yeah,
All right.
everybody ties wrists together, down the chain. Anybody voluntarily putting wax in their ears, building out the... Okay, our door. I think Bax is just like, nah, I don't want to... That's gross.
That's gross. Yes. I knew
Not
I would
doing
have
that.
to do it because I didn't know if anyone else would.
Right, yeah. It's good. It's a good idea. Perfect, yeah. So, yeah. Okay, so we're all tied off. We're all going to head north. So, takes us a little while. We're all trudging through the snow, and the wind is just blowing, and it's cold and just miserable.
Doing the snowshoe waddle.
Snowshoe waddle. So let's go ahead and have everybody roll and do a wisdom saving throw.
I'm not.
-2 wisdom.
Oh,
Yay!
no.
Oh,
Oh
man,
my
I-
Oh no,
goodness!
negative
real
1.
low. That natural 20.
23, baby.
Dang!
18 is fine.
That's fantastic.
Saving throw, not
That's
a...
really good.
10.
I guess it's the same thing.
You both got 10.
I got 20.
Oh no, you got 20.
I'll roll in there because that's fun. I don't want to roll in there anymore. I got a natural
Oh
1.
no! Oh, no.
My dice is a 7, so it's not much better. But I decided to roll the digital dice. They hate me much more. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay.
They can be cruel.
So pretty much anybody over a 15, that's what I have written down. So if you're at a 15 and above, you're fine. You don't have to worry about the save. Like you hear the wind blowing, but that's kind of about it. If you miss by 5, then you're gonna start running in a random direction. And if you roll a natural 1 like I did, I just drop to my knees, holding my head in pain.
Oh no!
So, who got what?
I got 10.
You got 10.
Failed
so
by
that's-
5.
Failed by 5, so you're gonna take off running.
Ah! He's gonna start
Um,
dragging us.
Roll a d8 for me. I'm gonna say 1's north, and then clockwise around.
3.
3. So you take off straight right, straight east. And yeah. So
Was this like sprinting, like dash, or just like walking?
just like normal speed, so it's not like a full dash, but yeah, you're using your full movement to go that direction.
Yeah.
And then
Boing.
yeah, basically. Vuchin, what did you get? You got over 15, right?
Yeah, I got 20.
Okay. I was going back through reading the numbers. I'm like, they're all over the dang place. It's perfect. Okay. So yeah. So Phalor, you take off running east. I drop down to my knees. I'm getting dragged in the snow.
Ah!
And only last one round. At that point, you kind of snap to. You're like, whoa. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Is it Philip?
Yeah, so Phalor, Chris.
12.
12, nice. So you come out of it, you snap out of it, and you realize you're right on the edge of a cliff. And you're just like, ho, 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 back up. And luckily we've got the rope on, so that lowered the DC and everything else. And so we were able to, keep everybody there. As soon as Bax stands up, his eyes have gone totally white, and he just starts marching north.
They got him! Oh no!
Stupid natural ones. Okay. So we're gonna change it up.
He could maybe lead us where we need to end up.
Yeah, I mean,
If we...
Is there anything you want to try and do? otherwise he's gonna lead you north.
Maybe we should follow him and then just try and like literally slap him out of it when we get there.
Yeah, I have healing word, but it doesn't do anything other than.
Yeah, I don't have any like restoration or anything. So.
Yeah. So I think it's good that we're still all together, because if that hits again, that really saved some bacon. Oh. Yeah. Darn it. Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna continue on for the next couple minutes here. Bax is just wide-eyed, going straight north.
I imagine we're just walking really close to him, like trying to like be right there with him. Like we're not as strung out like a regular marching party, because we're like, okay, we're right here with you. We're ready to grab you and jump you if you're gonna try and do anything shifty.
Can I
Perfect.
make like maybe a nature check or something to see if this is familiar at all? If I've ever heard of this.
Sure. Let's go ahead and let's make a.
I should probably also make an Arcana check, because student of magic stuff.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make an
Probably
Arcana
better
check,
this
and then Vutrin, if you want to, yeah, either nature or history.
Oh,
See if there's something
yeah.
along those lines. Nice.
Nice.
That's 24, baby.
Oh, a 4.
I got 5.
5.
I don't know what's happening.
It's all good. Yeah, so Vutrin, you haven't read anything on this. You're just kind of like, I mean, yeah, Ardor, with a 24. I mean, you've heard lots of things about sirens and different spells and different things that control people and take people's minds over and different things. It seems kind of along those veins, but yeah, it's still a little different somehow. But it's a very similar concept, as far as like their mind is being controlled to the point where it's just one purpose, get to this certain spot.
So I'm kind of like narrowing down my understanding of what it is.
Yeah.
And like, I think I've taken out the wax since I could tell. Like, I asked her, like, did you hear anything? No, I didn't hear anything. So it's like, okay, it's not auditory.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, you go north and you come up to a long rickety bridge, and Bax just stops. Kind of shakes his head and he's like, "Who? Where are
Hey,
we?
you back?
I guess so. I think so.
So whatever it is that's been taking the dwarves, it had you, and we've been following you, and
Oh,
we're
fantastic.
with you. But yeah, it got you.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we are ready to hit you in case you get stuck.
I appreciate that. I also appreciate that it didn't come to that. Right. So let's.
How are you feeling, Bax?
I don't know.
Do you feel normal now? Do you? I mean,
I guess I feel normal. I don't know. All I could hear was just loud screaming, and like it was like, I mean,
well, because you collapsed
terrifying.
and were just seemed like you were in pain, holding your head, and then you got up and started walking. Your eyes were completely white.
Dang, that'd be so cool looking.
Yeah, except for the whole like being taken over and possessed and walked.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for that, it
that,
probably maybe would have been cool, but
It would have been cool. It would have been great. Yeah. All I remember is I heard the noises and they got louder and louder to the point where it was like this skull-splitting headache, and everybody roll a perception for me real quick. Perception check. I was hoping for it, but I'll take it.
cool. 19.
12.
7.
Nice. Yeah, so while Bax is saying that, Ardor, you hear a loud growling just across the bridge.
Whoa, hey guys.
Yes.
Can I, when she says that, can I cast? It's one of them, Channel Divinity?
Okay.
Wait. Oh, Divine Sense. It's
There you go.
I can sense if something is celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me.
Um, huh. I forgot you had that. Yeah. Let me see.
Good move.
Yeah. So nothing within 60 feet of you.
Okay.
But that stays up for a while, doesn't it?
Let me double check.
Or is it just like the burst?
I've not paladined in a long time.
Right. It's been a while.
Until the end of your next turn.
Next turn. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, nothing within the 60 feet catches your eyes.
Okay.
Or catches your ping. Sorry, I thought I had two different songs going at the same time. My brain was gonna die. But yeah, you look over and as soon as you say, "Did you hear that?" Bax's eyes drift and lock onto a yeti, and he just points as this big old yeti just comes walking out, and he's carrying a dwarf in one hand.
Oh no. Guys,
And
it was a Yeti.
it was a freaking. Everybody thought they were crazy. It's a yeti. Let's see. Yeti notice you guys? No, the Yeti doesn't notice you guys. So the Yeti's just kind of walking around on this cliff edge with carrying a dwarf and just kind of growling, sniffing the air.
I'll cast it again just because I'm curious if it's like a ghost, because everyone was saying ghost. If that's alright.
Okay, so he's out of your range of 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when he comes within 60 feet, I'll want to.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just let's get down.
He's like 100 feet away.
I'm gonna like lay down on the ground because we can see him, but I don't want him to see us.
Sure. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna kind of just moving around a little bit. Yeah, okay, so if you're gonna hold that for 60 feet, I'll say he comes right within range, and you get kind of a celestial sense from it.
Okay. I'll look over to them. I'll kind of try and like mouth celestial.
Do celestials eat people?
Yeah, that seems a little off-brand. I don't know.
Bax is really fighting the urge to just get up and run over. Rolled a natural 20. So Bax is laying down. Let me check on this Yeti again. You okay?
Can you Misty Step with another person?
I don't think Misty Step works that way. I think Dimension Door does.
Okay. I
Maybe it's
have
every
not
round.
had
No, I think so.
teleportation things before. Okay.
Oh, you're good. Yeah, I think Misty Step is like the low-cost version of Dimension Door.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Should I shoot it? I could shoot it.
I kind of want to cast Fairy Fire on it too,
Man, these dice are terrible.
but we're not gonna have it for very long. I'm gonna kind of come up, I'm gonna inch forward a little bit, try and make some sort of plan. Well, celestial, that does seem strange. It's like, seems sinister.
So,
Plan.
I have celestial fist. So if you do your fairy fire, I can try and cast, Celestial Fist on it
Yeah, I
and
think,
restrain it for like a turn.
I think I'll do Fairy Fire, you do Celestial Fist, and then Vutrin,
Yeah.
you can shoot it, and then Bax, you seem raring to go.
Ready?
And I can run up too because I take a couple hits.
Try
Yeah.
and talk to it.
You want to try and talk to it?
Well, if it's, I don't know.
I mean, is the dwarf dead or alive? That's scary.
That's a good question. Can you tell?
Make a perception check real quick. Anybody that wants to.
Perception.
I can't tell.
9.
I got a 1.
Okay.
5
Bax!
total.
Can you tell?
Should probably find out. I use my digital dice because why not? Nope. Wow, it's a low rolls right there.
Tell if he's
Nobody
dead or
can
not.
tell. So he's a little far away, so you can't really tell. And of course, he's got the big beady hand kind of wrapped around him.
I guess does it look like he's like holding him like to support like the head and stuff, or is he just kind of like flopped? Like not.
There's a little
tearing?
more flop to him.
Right.
He's not being super careful. Question. Let's see. Oh,
He's just kind of being held ragdoll. The dwarf is.
and so
I
he's
think
gonna
if we-
start walking, kind of
That's
pacing
good.
around a little bit, sniffing the
Yeah.
air.
I think we should try and surprise him. And I mean, he's been taking dwarves, and he took control of Bax. I think that kind of tips it out of his favor. You guys think we should do this? That's what we came here for.
Sure. I mean,
Okay.
not
I
all
gotta-
celestial beings are benevolent.
All right.
I
Bax
look at him
is
go,
probably like, yes.
not all demons are evil too, so there we go.
Okay, I've got to scoot a little bit forward to do the fairy fire.
How far away is the?
The Yeni,
Oh,
he's up on a map.
yeah.
About 56. Yes,
Okay.
Perfect.
66.
Because I'll have to run closer to. So
How close do you need?
I need to be 30 feet. So
30 feet. Yeah.
yeah. So after you do fairy fire and he takes the shots, I'll run up and do celestial fist.
Okay, and we'll be right behind you.
I was going to do burning hands, but
Okay.
that's a cone. That's not very far.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to have to run up closer as well. Look at my boomerang. That's all 60 feet. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Okay,
Okay.
so you doing this?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
Let's everybody roll for initiative.
did we get a surprise round?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I rolled a 4, got a 7 total. Sheesh. What is with all these
15.
low rolls?
I don't know, it is a
Yay!
low roll night. I got a 15 as well.
Good job, guys. Way to not be last.
No, wrong button. Come back.
Natural one. The Yeti looks at the cliff and is done with life.
Okay. Let's see.
So how are we gonna do that bonus round where we kind of have a plan of like do this ABC with the initiative order
Well, we get the surprise round and then.
and
Then
then
we'll kick
initiative?
off initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool.
So he'll be restrained for a round. So
Yeah, so we'll
Hopefully.
come in.
at least get one round of a couple good hits.
Mhm.
stand there just in case Back starts heading towards the bridge.
Good call.
Okay. So, let's do it that way. Okay, so yeah, surprise round. Let's go ahead and what are your actions? What are you doing?
I'm casting Fairy Fire.
Okay.
On him. So that is a Dex save.
Okay, dex save. And his dexterity is it's a total of 13.
The Dex save is 13, so is that a succeed?
Yeah, meet or exceed. That was fairy fire, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet files. Darn it.
Okay.
That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well,
So Ordor lets loose this blast of just purplish pink arc of it's almost like fire, and it wraps around the Yeti, and he just shrugs it off and starts looking over. Who's up next?
Okay, well, I got a 20 to hit. And
Perfect. That'll hit. Leave.
3 damage.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a special. This is more of a long range rifle.
Yeah.
wait, what's your dex score?
It's 15.
Oh, okay.
So he got a +2 and he rolled a 1 on his.
Okay, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
can you get that?
Got the very lowest he could.
Okay.
Unfortunately, yes. Okay, so yeah, Vutrin pulls out his gun, pops up from the snow, and hits the Yeti in the shoulder.
And then,
That was a warning shot.
I don't know. Oh, shoot, can I not get to him? Is that okay? Or do I
Yeah,
need to be a little
that'll be
closer? Okay. Okay, I will cast Celestial Fist.
Perfect. What's that one? That's another saving throw, right?
Yeah, I think Dex. I've never casted it before, so larger, smaller, Dexterity saving throw versus 13.
Okay. Dex saving throw versus 13. And his dex is plus. Wow, I rolled another 12, so it's a total of 13 again. Oh,
Dang.
he's a little shifty little guy. Oh.
Okay, well, I'll roll 3d8 and it'll take half.
Perfect.
Okay, that is 8, so 4 radiant damage.
Nice. Okay.
Does it look like the radiant damage did what it should have, or not?
Seems to be
Good,
doing,
good.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
aside from, he was able to shrug it off a little bit.
Yeah, I was just
um,
wondering because if it gave us celestial vibe.
But, yeah. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
So
like I say, your
it's
sense
not
gives off that
resistant.
celestial vibe, but it doesn't seem like it was resistant to it or anything
Okay.
like that, so. And Bax is going to take off running. He's going to run up to about there. Just kind of like dancing across all this rickety bridge. Runs past Sophalor, pulls out a boomerang and chucks it. And because it's kind of the best long-range weapon I have.
What's a long range weapon?
Hey, 22 to hit! That hits!
Nice.
I mean, dang it, that hits. 1d4 bludgeoning damage, so a total of 6 points of damage. Perfect. 3, 4, 6. Nice. So at this point, that's not really what the noise I wanted, but that'll work, I guess. Sure, why not? So with that, top of the round, my way to this thing, out of the snow, pop these two giant wolves that pop up, and you couldn't tell because off the back of them are these crystal these ice shards that just blended in perfectly with the surroundings and just looks like just part of the cliff face. And they pop up, and the green wolf on the left here is going to, if I can remember how fast they can move, speed 40.
Oh,
40.
it's not good. It's not good.
He's just out of range, so he's just gonna come right into combat range with Ardor. Yeah, unfortunately that took his whole action to do that. Okay, and then I guess it's my turn next again because I'm Bax is up next after that one. So Bax is gonna be like, "I got my boomerang, but oh no!" And
There's more.
there's more. He's going to run up to the Yeti. He's just like full force, get in there, get some punches going. And he's going to pull out his trident, and he's going to, let's see. Key points, if I do flurry of blows, that's an unarmed strike, right? If I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2 unarmed strikes.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to take my first attack with the trident. To use I can't see. Wow, it's been a long time since I've played backs. Feet. Just can't see much movement proficiency, agile parry, can't see shot, if you take a bonus action, ranged attach with Kenzie weapon, deal an extra. Oh, whoops. Should deal an extra 4d6. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna run up and make an attack with his trident. That was not the trident. That was a good roll, but it's not my trident. Trident attack. Oh, dang it! 13 does not hit the Yeti. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so I run up with my trident and go stab at his foot, and it just misses the foot, kind of like goes between the two toes. It's like, oh crap! Oh. And then I think I will use my flurry of blows. So while the trident stabbed to the ground, I'm just gonna pop, do a couple quick flurry of blows. Yeah. Natural 20!
Yeah.
Take that. So that's a total of 26. And then this one's gonna roll the 2d4 plus for me. So I roll a total of 10, but since one of the dice was a 3, I'm gonna bump that up to the 4. So it'll be 11 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I do that. That's the second attack, right? Yeah. Because of the flurry. And that one misses. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So that's Bax's turn. So Sylphalor, you're up. Now I'll take a picture of this initiative tracker.
All right, so I will here, and I will make a long sword attack.
Perfect.
Action. 23 to hit.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right. That is 9 slashing damage.
Oh, slashing damage. Perfect. Yeah, he just roars, just screaming at you. Okay, Yeti's turn is next. What kind of fun things can I do?
So I can. Them both if I
Cool. Yeah.
So Yeti is going to.
Over there. Then we can both go over there, and I can do a cone shot.
Okay, he's gonna look at backs and he's gonna cast Chilling Gaze on backs. It's one creature you can see within 30 feet. I have to make a DC 13 save. And it is a 13! Heck yeah! 13
Woo!
plus Constitution, which no, it's just plus 13. Okay. Target seems successful. The effect ends. And the target is immune to all Chilling Gaze for an hour. Yeah, heck yeah. So, the Yeti just looks at Bax and just. And Bax is like, yeah, and, perfect. Okay, so that's the Yeti's turn. Freeze myself. One last person I have to take care of. Okay, Ardor, you're up next, and then Butrin, you're after her.
All right. I am going to do the. He is within 15 feet. But this guy is more my concern at the moment. So I think I am going. I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to. You know what? I'm not even gonna move. I don't have a. I can't line up the other wolf yet, so I am just going to bring up my hands. They start to glow and burn, and I cast Burning Hands right in this blue
Nice.
crystal wolf. No, green crystal wolf face.
Nice. Good, good, good. That's deck save for me, right? Am I right?
Yes, correct.
That's a natural one! Yes! Excellent. I love my natural ones. They're such pretty dice. They're the, focus. They're the, Here's your
Oh,
focus!
the thing inside.
The floating,
floating
I'll
ones.
take some pictures. They're really pretty. They apparently roll terrible. Oh, that's a good 18. Never mind, they're just really pretty. And they just hate my rolls. Hey, so that is a natural one, so yeah, do the damage.
Oh, the damage. Oh yeah, that's 13 damage.
Nice. That was on bluey or green?
Green boy.
It's 13, right?
That's 13. Okay.
Okay.
And then I am that's right. Interesting. I don't want to do that right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do the offhand bonus action of attacking.
Oh.
So how does that? What's the? There's like a nerf to that. I forget.
Yeah, so you just don't add like your proficiency or the modifier to it. So you roll to attack, and then it'll take. Is it
Just the flat dice
just a
damage?
flat D4, I think. Yeah.
Oh, just a
See?
D4.
Or is it the unarmed strike?
What's your class?
Well,
Char?
so I have a bonus action of 2 weapon fighting. So I have a spear.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
So is it the
2 weapon
spear damage
fighting
or is it a
is-
flat D4?
Spear damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the
all right.
just the spear damage dice.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't have any bonuses to it anyway, so that is just the same. But I rolled a 2, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you lunge out, and the spear just like whoosh goes right between some of the spikes. Perfect. Okay, Butrin, you're up.
Butrin is not interested in being next to these things, so he's gonna charge over here.
And I'm gonna say, get out of range if you can, because I can Misty Step out of here, but I don't want to leave you to deal with these guys on your own. I mean,
He's gonna run over here and use his trusty lightning.
nice.
Yeah.
You got him
So he takes
nicely lined up.
aim, utters a word of draconic. Lightning shoots from his gun across both. And they have to make a
Like
Dex DC 10 saving throw.
so green succeeds and blue fails.
And you have to do. Where is the blue out? Okay, so he takes half for the succeed. Does 14 damage.
14 total. Okay.
Mhm.
So that's 7 for the green, and then full 14 for blue. Perfect. Okay. Blue Wolf got shot with lightning. Didn't like that much. So he is going to run up. He has 40 feet. 25. He's going to come right at the guy that shot with lightning. And he's going to go take a bite at you. So that's 11 plus 4, 15 to hit.
It just misses.
Just misses. So he comes around, and you just kind of like deflect him off with your gun.
I can shoot above.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and that's all he can do. Top of the round, Green Wolf is going to come after Ardor. And that is a 13 to hit.
No.
Perfect. Okay. So,
Use my spear to knock his bite out of the way.
love it. Oh, hang on. I have pack tactics. I forgot about that.
No.
So I get advantage on my attack because there's a creature within 5 feet. I mean, because I have it. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So it's a total of 14.
Still no. Good try.
Hopeful. It's really hopeful. Okay, so yeah, he comes biting at you. You get the spear in the way. It's kind of the classic, like the stick in his mouth and his tongue just fly.
Right?
Okay, perfect. So, Bax is up.
Ooh,
He's
it
going
smells. Gross.
Yeah, it does!
It's the wrong kind of warm.
Okay, so Bax is going to use his trident again, because why not? Wow, that's why not. Total of 12 to hit. That's a miss. Bonus actions. I do have my 2 weapon fighting as well. But I'm gonna use anything. Why not? I'm just gonna make an unarmed strike with my bonus action.
Do you have stunning strike?
I do not.
Level 5.
That's such a handy.
Punch. 1-inch punch. It is not effective. Okay.
No.
Gosh dang it. Okay, so Sophaler, you're up next.
Right. I will. Is that enough to be flanking or?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Oh, I have one more. Okay, there we go.
Either way. Yeah, it's all good.
Alright. So I will.
With this large of a creature, kind of that top corner is flanking. At least in my opinion. I mean,
Alright, so I will attack. Not good rolls.
Still dice.
Nine.
real rough night.
Jesus
Real
Christ.
rough night.
9.
Yeah. So you come running around, swinging, and that was the second one. Yeah, okay. First one was the 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So you come swinging in, and the Yeti's just kind of like. I thought I muted myself for a second there, so everything went quiet. Yeah. Oh, also, yeah. So, as you're swinging in, he's kind of put the dwarf in that. He's got the dwarf in his kind of the left hand, so you're trying to half dodge, as well.
Mm-hmm. Can Bax or Silphalor tell if the dwarf is alive now that they're up close?
It's a good question. If you want to, you can roll a perception check. I'll roll a perception check too. Nope, I can't. I rolled a 5.
Wrong side of the Yeti.
Yeah. More
Can you
focused
tell
on
if he's alive,
beating him.
Silphalor?
So what?
Can you tell
If you want to
the
roll a
dwarf-
perception check, you can tell if the dwarf is alive and breathing.
Perception. 16.
Nice. I'll say with that, yeah, you can see some breath. Like it's faint, but there is some little puff of breath as you're.
Oh yeah, he's
Try and-
still alive.
All right.
crap.
Let's keep him that way.
Perfect. Okay. So Phalor, so that means it's Yeti's turn. And then Yeti can't do the cold gaze at Bax for another hour, so he's gonna look over at Vutrin. Sophalor. And he's going to try and cast his chilling gaze at you with the one mid eye. Sorry.
Save.
DC 13 Constitution. I want to roll for it so bad.
15.
Dang it! That's why I want to roll for it. So he looks at you and is like, dang it! Not how I wanted it to go. It's okay.
Staring at you as hard as I can.
Nothing? Anything? It's like wearing contacts, dude. Sorry. The Hotel Transylvania going. Okay, Ardor and then Vutrin, you guys are up next.
How does the using a ranged weapon against something in front of you, is there a rule about that in 5e?
Yeah, unless you have like a feat, I don't remember which one it is, like close quarter combat, something like that. You just have disadvantage on the shot.
Okay.
So.
If I swing around to here, can I catch both of them in a cone of cold and not hit Vutrin
Sure, I'll say yeah.
and be flanking?
And be flanking?
Not a cone of cold, burning hands.
I was like, you know that.
No. It's a cone, but it's not cold.
Cone of burning.
Yes.
Everything's burning.
Sure, why not? I'll go for it.
I just figured because they were looking at Vutrin last, and then I swung around. And like they were looking at me over here, and I'm just kind of
Start going around.
repositioning, trying to throw them off a little bit.
Yeah, why not? I'll say go for it.
Okay. So
Technically,
that
it's supposed to be a cross, but yeah, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm
Nah, let's go for it. It's fine.
okay. All right. Dex save. Of
Oh, I'm
12.
doing a deck save.
Yes.
Gotcha.
For blue and green.
Hot in a trance.
Yeah, does flanking affect saves anyway?
No, I don't think
I think it's
so.
just
Okay, so it doesn't even matter.
Advantage on attacks.
Cool. So they're just rolling
Um,
dex saves.
It's okay. I'll
Let's
be
do that. So I got a 14 and an 11.
Okay, so the 11 is fully hits, and the
Okay, so blue
14.
again fails his save, and green succeeds.
So the full damage is 16,
Dang.
and then half for the one who succeeded.
Perfect.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to again try and poke him with the stick. I'm gonna try and spear
Stab
green.
him. Oh, okay.
Which is an 8. Which is
Again.
not enough.
Dodges out of the way just enough. Okay. Let me say at the top of the round. Let's see. Actually, blue and green both go next, don't they?
Yep, blue and then green. Well, Butrin and then blue and green.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead,
I
Richard.
get to go.
Yeah, you're right.
I will say when you go.
Flanking.
You can go.
Vitrin's gonna drop his rifle and pull out his sword. Take a stab at this guy. Oh god. 19 to hit.
Nice.
Wait, should I roll again because of flanking? See if
For
I get a-
advantage.
Yeah, for advantage, you just roll a second time. See if you get a crit.
Okay, just 17.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
so
good.
hits, damage. Your turn.
Lowest
3 damage.
possible. Oh my
Alright.
gosh.
Blue.
3 damage to blue. Nice.
And yeah, action surge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Go for it.
And stab him again.
Stabby. Because you can do it twice.
What was the second one? It didn't show. Okay, 19 again.
Yep, that'll hit.
That'll do.
7
Oh,
damage.
damn.
Yay! Maximum damage. Not maximum. Almost maximum.
Almost max.
Cool.
And that's the blue again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So
Maximum.
blue is looking real rough.
How is green? I'm in.
Green's looking pretty rough too. Between the two of you, you've pretty much neck and neck got them down. I mean, I'm impressed actually.
We'll hit this Yeti.
You're good. We got the Yeti.
We'll be there in a minute.
I love it. Okay, so blue and green are both going to retaliate now. One on each of you. So with pack tactics, the green one or the blue one first is a total of 18 to hit on Butrin. I think he was facing you last. Plus you stabbed him twice. So it's an 18 to hit on Butrin.
Okay.
And damage is on my bite. 4 plus 2. Total of 9 points of damage to you. And then green is going to bite Ardor. That's a total of 15 to hit, which I don't think it's
Oh no! Go.
fantastic. Okay.
Richard goes, ouch.
Yeah. So, yeah. Blue just like rah! And just this, biting cold. Sorry. Oh man. Okay. So that's both of those guys' turns. Now it's gonna be Bax. Bax is gonna swing with his trident. Good. Oh, nice. I'll take that one because I was gonna roll digital and I forgot. But that's an 18. I'm gonna take that one.
Yay!
Oh, actually, I've got advantage, so I'm gonna roll
Yeah.
advantage. Where's my things? There we go. Okay. Try to attack. Nope, taking the 18. Okay. And that is, since I'm using it. Oh, what is it? If I use it two-handed? Yeah. It's 1d8. No, it's 1d8 throw? Oh, no. Okay. It's 1d8 if I use two hands. 1d6 if I use, but it has the throw. Okay. Out of the way! Let me push my button. 8 points of damage. It's not terrible. Okay. Perfect. And yeah, I'm just gonna go with that for right now. Okay, so Phalor, it's now your turn.
Right.
Get him.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see.
You guys are set up real nice to keep hitting him back and forth.
Yeah.
Alright, I will try and attack him again with my long sword. Okay, 21 to hit.
Oh dang, yeah, that hits.
I will do that, and I will spend a spell slot and do smite.
Fight him!
So that's an extra 2d8. Smite. Yeah, one spell slot is an extra 2d8. Okay, so that's 9 slashing.
That'll do it. Let me just push.
And 7 radiant damage.
Nice. That's the wolf.
And I will say in celestial, accursed creature.
Person creature. Do you want to do anything with that roll? Like, do you want to do like an intimidation to it, or?
Sure.
Okay, roll for intimidation.
Nice.
$18.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do a counter roll here real quick.
Cool.
Nice.
He throws an unconscious sword.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do it. Ooh, that was real low. None of these dice like me, actually. Okay.
I'm surprised I get to use celestial for once.
Yeah. That's so fun to get to use those extra stuff.
I had like Vatican or something, so I like switched it to celestial just for fun.
Nice. I like it. Perfect. Yeah, so you yell at at him, and he looks at you with like this stunned look of like, I can't believe you said that. And it's now his turn, and he's gonna, like, he's still staring at you. In Celestial, he's going to just look at you and say,
Got it.
"Oh, I had this whole thing planned out." What'd you call him again? Like some ungodly creature or something like that, or monstrosity. Anyway.
Creature or
Abominable creature, something like
I
that.
don't remember. Anyway, whatever he said. So he looks at you and repeats that back and says, "You have no idea who I am, do you?"
Kind of like hold up my hand to everyone.
And he's gonna look around and say, "Stop fighting! and both the wolves kind of just hunker down. At this point, he looks at you all and says, or he looks at you all, and with the dwarf in one hand, drops his visage, and he becomes the avatar of Mordin, the dwarven god. And he says, "Follow me!" And this portal opens up against the outside of the mountain, and he starts walking through.
Woo!
So,
Well, you want a divine smite?
yeah. He was like, anyway, so you get down into this portal, and while you're walking in, I didn't realize how late it was. As you're walking in, you're just walking down this winding staircase, just continually walking down. As soon as the wolves come in behind you, they transform from their icy, craggy, just back to a normal-looking wolf. And they're just kind of following down behind everybody. Everybody's slowly getting healed up. I don't think we did a whole lot of damage, so it was... I mean, you guys smoked me real bad. But as you get down to the bottom of the stairwell, and it seems like you've been walking forever, you open up into this large, cavernous room. Big circular room, and on the sides, kind of in a semicircle around the sides of the room, it's open lava pits around the sides. And in the center is this giant anvil, just super intricately carved. And Mordin, he... where's that? What is it? Okay, that's right. He comes in and he says, "Adventurers, I am Mordin, the god of the dwarves. I presume you have come looking for dwarves."
Yes. We thought,
Yeah, Bax
we
is
heard
freaking out.
about missing dwarves, and we thought that it would be important to go and help them and see if we could see what was happening to them. Sorry.
We're sorry. We didn't know.
I understand. Clearly, the way that things have gone down in the north have not been polite, is a way to say this. Previous to this, and he takes the dwarf and sets him on the anvil, and you see the dwarf starts healing. And he says, "There have been voices on the winds in the north, and I have taken on..." I have to go to a regular voice because I've... yeah. I have taken on the form of a Yeti in order to try and combat these winds. The winds, they call to everybody in different ways. They even call to me, and any time that I have seen anybody come up here other than dwarves, it has been... the winds have tried to push me to destroy those creatures. It is not my normal way. I am a creator of life. And the dwarves that have come up this direction, I have found them half frozen, screaming in pain, and I brought them into my forge. And they have been working for me. And at this time, several dwarves come out of doors, and, you know, it's all the missing dwarves. And he says, "I've given them the opportunity to return to the mine in order to continue their work, but they have chosen to stay. And because of that choice, it has caused a lot of pain and suffering. I've tried to convince them to leave, but they won't leave."
Just knowing where they are, I think, will help that a lot.
Yeah. Like I say, I didn't go about this the right way. I have been out of touch with normal kindred for a very long time. And I forget how fragile the connections between families and friends can be.
So, the voices on the wind, those weren't coming from you, drawing the dwarves to you?
Unfortunately, no. I do have that ability, but being a god, I don't really want kindred running around my feet all the time. I've taken on a much smaller form because if I'm my normal size, I don't really see what's going on around my feet, and it's taking as much energy as I can handle to maintain this size. And you see, he's about 15 feet tall to begin with. And so he continues on. Sorry, go ahead. If somebody had a question or something, I was looking something up. Where'd you go?
I always forget my name.
So
So Thaylor will say, as penance, is there anything we can do to help against this wind?
at the moment, no. But once I find the source, then I will call upon you. You seem to have desire to help the dwarves and other kindred, and that is a formidable quality. He's gonna look at everybody. Nice. Okay. And he's going to say, I sense that you have another purpose here.
Yes, in fact, we came this way to search for the dwarves, but we are also we haven't looked yet, but we're searching for an ancient tome of the dwarves that reveals, legend says, the origins and order of the creation of the dwarves.
Well, I may have some insight on that.
I imagine so.
Just lets out this
Kind
big
of
old
be the authority on the topic.
Yes.
Wrote the book, as it were.
Quite literally, as a matter of fact. And he pulls out this big dusty tome and sets it on the anvil next to the dwarf. The dwarf sits up and kind of like jumps off and takes off toward the other dwarves, and they're kind of like patting him on the back, like getting him all wrapped up and warm and everything else.
We got you, buddy.
And he says, he goes on and says, and none of this is official canon. This is stuff that I made up at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I like it a lot.
RGC.
Yes, sir. He says, he kind of pauses time, and all the dwarves that are kind of like wrapped around, they're kind of paused and frozen in place. And then you see time starts reversing around you, and everything just pulls back to basically the creation of the world, and this molten ball of metal and rock is being formed into the planet that we're on. And in the middle of it is this anvil. Like, you see the anvil, and everything's centered around this anvil. Everything's moving around and rotating around, and Morden starts hammering at this anvil. And at first it doesn't look like there's anything there, but every time he hits, another part of the world shifts and rotates, and he hits it again, and another part shifts and rotates, and everything starts coming together as he's hammering. And he says that all dwarves were created at the same time, and cut from the same mold. They all lived peacefully together at the Life Forge until their numbers grew too great to be sustained. They started to branch out and head to the surface of this world, and it was this journey that created the separation among the dwarves. The first to emerge were the Hill Dwarves, climbing forth through the fertile soil and developing their society above ground among the other kindred of the land. Next were the Mountain Dwarves. Hardened by the rough stones they cut through, they tended to stay further away from others. They couldn't comprehend the hardship, comprehend the hardship which the Mountain Dwarves had to face, compared to the ease of the Hill Dwarves' ascent. There's several other dwarves that have come out and ended their journey in different places, notably the Golden Dwarves. They found a rich golden vein and stayed there. And they're very rare and they are seldom seen. He lists off a couple other dwarves. I forgot to write them down. Then there are the Duragar. You've probably heard of them. They are the last to leave the forge. Their journey was short, but extremely difficult. And they felt that staying close to the Life Forge, they were superior to all other races. They had the most difficult journey, and because of that, they think that all other races are inferior because they have not been refined by the fire as they have. And as he's talking, the world is shaping and kindred start popping up in different places, and dwarves are out there helping kindred and doing things to progress. And he goes on and says, there's never supposed to be this tension between them. They were created to strengthen the other races. They were meant to build up shrines to the gods, to house kings and governments, to be the foundations that all other kindreds look to for stability. But they lost sight of this. They succumbed to greed and succumbed to the greed of their hearts and the pride of their clans. They fell to greed. Their wealth and treasure that was given to them by the gods to help others and beautify the world around them. Instead of sharing their gifts, they locked it away, giving it more value than life itself, shaking the foundation of the world and weakening the resolve of those kindred that had been scattered throughout the land. And you see as the world starts taking shape, the dwarves start segregating and pulling themselves away from kindred, and wars start popping up. And says there could have been a golden age, an age where all kindred lived together in peace and prosperity, an age where there was no war, no crime, and no evil to be had. But decisions were made, and paths were taken, and lives have come and gone. And it is up to a select few to try and help to set these things right again. So he looks at each of you and says, and what of you? Why have you come here?
Honestly, I have been seeking a bit of adventure outside of dusty books, but in that adventure to the end of doing good and helping people and kindred, and bringing a little more light and warmth into the lives of kindred where they may be dimmed or darkened.
Excellent. This proper balance between knowledge and wisdom is always admirable. Bax kind of pipes up. Kind of the same thing, I've been stuck in the library for so long, I didn't know what this world had to offer. But reading about the wars and different things that are going on, there's always that longing to find out why things happen and to find ways to make them better. And Reacher and Sophia, if you guys don't want to, it's fine.
Sophia will say, well, I've been a knight in any training, but I I found a higher purpose through the gods and help to fight evil that oppresses the weak.
Excellent.
I'll figure out what god I worship.
It's like I know I typed some of this up in his backstory stuff somewhere. I can't find it, so I'll just remake it up.
Wait.
Vutrin says, well, I've seen there are many injustices in this world, including some that may have happened to me, and I've decided that I wanted to, rather than go down to their level, and return their injustice, I decided to try to rise above it and try to free those who might be facing this injustice.
Excellent. So I pose the question to you. What would you have me do? What gifts can I give you that would help you on this journey? And he kind of motions across the room, and there's armor all over the place, and different weapons, and spells, and just gleaming glyphs, and just anything and everything you can think of. And he says, I have the ability to grant one boon to each of you to help you on this quest. All you need to do is ask.
Deity boon. Ah.
Deity boon. So, pretty much anything and everything you want. Like, he's gonna, like, if you want a boost in level of, like, a skill set, or if you want a new ability, or if you want weapons or armor. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna give you, but it's gonna be good. And if you want to think about it, you can totally think about it. We can always pick this up next time.
I will think about it.
Yeah, I think
Kind of
that's
sprung it on you. It's a little late, so
it's like that's an intense question. It's a powerful question.
it's a very powerful question. And when considering that question, also realize you're now all level 4. So we boost you up a level. Yeah. So you'll go through, you'll do your level 4 boost, and then whatever you guys want on top, then you can either send it to me in a message, or we can roleplay it out however you want to do it. But basically, as soon as you kind of relay what kind of gift you want, he says, let it be so. And then he slams the hammer down on the anvil, and everybody wakes up back at the Ugly Ogre Inn, and you have these new glorious whatever you have, and the big old tome of Dwarven lore.
2 for 1!
2 for 1! I was excited, yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
So